Hi there. So I haven't done a Q&A for a while. I've had quite a lot of questions in both to my YouTube and to my email and DMs. So I'm going to answer some of those today. First of all, I've got Helen and she says, I'm a plus size woman, size 22 UK. I'm not sure I can buy good quality clothes in my size or what shops are considered high quality. Can you help? So Helen, it's a tricky one because I don't know what your price point is. So the best brand, the most high quality plus size brand is Marina Rinaldi, which is part of the Max Mara group, and obviously that means that is a very high price point. So that's the kind of the really good quality brand that I would go to with my one-to-one clients. And outside of that, often a lot of the plus size unfortunately is very low quality. Unfortunately, again, since the demise of Debenhams and the demise of all of those brands at Debenhams, where she used to have Betty Jackson Black and things like that, and I'm going back quite a long time, you could get really good stuff, but that's obviously disappeared. So I understand your struggle. So there's two things here. First of all, Mango is a really good brand on the high street that goes plus size. So that's somewhere that I look for, and often that it's really about the construction. So it's a bit hit and miss. But the other thing that's really worth always paying attention to is the fabric. And a lot of things that just seem crap, but fabric wise, it's just because the fabric's just bleh. Mango has a lot of natural fibre stuff too. So they do a lot of linen in the summer, for example. So it's really worth a look. The other place you can look, I'll be honest, I haven't had the best experience of late. I did go into Marks and Spencer's to do a video for my Elevate group, and I couldn't find many things. I think it was because it was August and there wasn't a lot of stock in, but obviously Marks and Spencer's, they've got the ranges there, Autograph range, for example, that does some really nice quality things, and they go up to the size 22. The other brand, again, if you're really high quality, is a brand called Vince, and they're now doing a size going up to a 22. But on the high street, it is quite difficult to find good quality. One of the things that I would also do, what I do if I've got a plus size client, is I go to somewhere like John Lewis, where they've got a lot of other ranges. They've got like Cheska and some other brands that go to plus sizes. But I think what you will find as well is a lot of brands online, they might go up higher sizes than they do in the store. So it's absolutely worth having a look around. But that's it really off the top of my head. I think it is very difficult, but the main thing that I would search for is to just make sure that it's the fabric is good quality, and if you can go as natural fibre as possible, that's always worth a look. So I would definitely check out Mango and Marina Rinaldi and Vince. I hope that's useful. EDJ, and I'm not adding the numbers on the end of these handles, is do you have any tips on how to find a good tailor that could be trusted to do a really good alteration? So my tips are very basic. I would say always ask around, ask friends if they have things altered. But the other really good way that you can find it now is just to look on Google, because people can leave reviews. Google reviews are really good. I think on a local tailor, it'd be hard for them to get fake reviews. You know, a lot of that happens on things like Amazon, but on local businesses, you'll always find. The other thing that I would say is, yes, do look on, that's how I would look, but also be aware that often people will leave a review if they've had an amazing experience, but they'll also leave a review if they've had a really bad experience. So you'll find probably 5-star and 1-star reviews. Often with the 1-star reviews, read through them and just take them with a pinch of salt. Often, you know, people, as a business owner myself, sometimes you just get a tricky customer. So read between the lines there. And the thing that I would do is try the tailor out with something that you're not precious about. You know, take a pair of trousers that need something, give them a slightly tricky alteration, like not just a basic hem, but give them something to do that requires a little bit of effort before you give over. You know, you haven't said what the item is really, you know, that you want doing, but before you give over an amazing blazer that you need a huge reconstruction on, give them something basic to try out. But I really think that in a local area, you'll find that if you look on the Google reviews and do a search. There's also a website called Seam, where you can find local tailors and seamstresses who are outsourcing. I'll put the link to that below the video. And it's a resource that you can find someone local to you, because you haven't said, I mean, you could be anywhere in the world if you found this on YouTube. So I hope that was useful. But again, try them with something that's not the most important thing that you own. Moni S says, what if you plan to lose weight and some of your clothes do not fit at the moment? So Moni, you really have to find some pieces that you really enjoy wearing and make you feel good for now. Now, I understand you don't want to go and blow loads of money on stuff that you're hopefully not going to be wearing for that long, but it's so important for your self-esteem and your confidence to be wearing clothes that fit you now. If you're wearing clothes that are too small for you, or you resort to just wearing sort of stretchy leggings and things like that, you just won't be doing your mind any favors. So it's really important, and I talk about this from personal experience. I mean, at one point in my life, I have talked about this before, I have had an eating disorder. I ended up being a size 16. I had binge eating disorder, and I ended up being one of those people that just wore jogging bottoms. And one of the things that really made a difference for me, and I can picture the day I went and I bought myself what I would call a proper pair of trousers from Marks and Spencer's. They were black trousers, they weren't expensive, but they just felt different. They felt like I was getting dressed in the morning. And putting on those proper trousers made a huge difference to my mind, and they weren't expensive, and I just needed a couple of pieces in my wardrobe that helped me feel like I was getting dressed. So I really can't emphasize enough how important it is to have clothes that make you feel good. And if you're the voice in your head, if you're wearing things that just make you feel not good, and you're giving yourself like a whipping to lose the weight so you can get into your clothes, it will never work. And I really promise you that if you wear clothes that make you feel good today, it will give you an extra impetus. If there is extra weight to lose, I mean, that's always a thing to say. If there is, it will come off when you feel better about yourself, not when you're kind of making yourself feel like you have to do something. So I hope that helps you. But yes, please do dress in some things, just a few things. And I'll just quickly add here, go on to Vinted. Buy some things. Vinted is my new best friend if I'm doing this no buy at the moment, apart from Vinted. Go on to Vinted, buy something secondhand. There's some great pieces in there. Find some items that you can then resell when you lose the weight. So that's what I would do. Then Type Peoples has said, where is a good place to get basics, good basics? So the thing that I will always emphasize in this, one person's basics is another person's dressy. One person's lifestyle requires different brands than another. So it's very difficult to answer that question because it always starts with your personal style. But having said that as a caveat gone, obviously a lot of the time, my whole purpose here is talking predominantly about workwear. And for workwear, if you're somebody who's in quite a corporate environment and needs basics for work, and you're in the UK, again, I don't know where you are, but I'm just going to have to go with the UK here. It's really worth looking in my guide that I've created, which is I'll link to below. It's a free resource, my 10 top stores for a winning work wardrobe. Those are the places that I would head to. They've got different price points, and you can find basics in all of those brands, and it's just worth looking for those pieces that will just hold your wardrobe together, the skeleton pieces from the brands. There's 10 there. I mean, and that what you'll do is you'll look on there and see brands that have got the kind of style that you like, because everyone's work style, somebody's work style could be I'm working at home and sitting in my jeans and a t-shirt, and someone else could be I'm in a bank and I need to wear really smart. So it's very different. So I hope that's useful, but do download my free resource. Finally, the question would be, this is from Eva. What to do if you have too much of everything? It's all good and it fits. How to minimise the wardrobe choosing from all of these clothes. So I have an exercise, which if you've read my book, you'll have heard. It's called the queue. So you really have to think. And again, this is something that I always say to clients when I get to their wardrobes and they've got this huge wardrobe. There's only 7 days in a week. And if you've got, say, jeans and you only wear them at the weekend, there's only two days a week that you would wear those things. You have to look at your clothes in that order. You've got, for example, I'm going to go again with jeans. If you've got 20 pairs of jeans, I know most people don't have that many, but I'm going to go to extremes here. You have to look at them in the order of like that. These are my total favourites, right? These are the ones that when they're in the wash and I want the same store, those are those. And then you've got the pair that, for example, if you need a longer pair for the winter when you want to cover up your ankles, and then you've got the varieties. There will always be a handful that don't fit those criteria or are doubling up. They're the ones to let go of. The ones that you never reach for, because there's always something different and better. So however many clothes you've got, please get the idea of items being in a queue, waiting for your attention. Some things will just never make it to the front of that queue. Those are the items to let go of. And as I said in one answer to one of the earlier questions, I cannot recommend putting your items on Vinted enough. It's so easy. If you haven't tried it before, it's so easy compared to the old days where you would list things on, say, eBay, and you'd have to do all this and that. You don't have to do anything. It's so easy. So just give those items a new home, or you can just list them, and if nobody buys them, then you've just still got them. But it's just, they might as well be there waiting for somewhere to go, because there's just not enough days in the week, and the more clothes you have, the harder it is to manage your wardrobe. And I honestly believe if you want an easy, effortless wardrobe, which you might not, but that's always my kind of goal for my people, my members and clients, less is more. The less you have, the easier it is to manage your wardrobe, to wear everything you've got, and actually in the end to get more enjoyment out of it. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed listening to those questions and answers, and I will be back with some more very soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.